نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه وبعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما آمين يا رب العالمين. Today we are going to continue our Maf'ul Khamsa, and we have been learning about the five Maf'il. So let's continue. We learn about Jumla Fa'liya. That Jumla Fa'liya is consist of the three main parts: Fa'il, Fa'il, and Maf'ul. So what we learned about Maf'il Khamsa, that there are five Maf'il. They are Maf'ul bihi, Maf'ul fihi, Maf'ul li-ajlihi, or it can be called a Maf'ul lahu, Maf'ul mutlaq, and the last one is Maf'ul ma'hu. And we learned about that what these Maf'ul answer about the questions. Maf'ul bihi answers the questions about who and what, and usually it is man and ma. Maf'ul fihi answers the questions about where and when, mata and aina. Maf'ul li ajlihi or lahu answers the question for why. Maf'ul mutlaq answers the questions for mostly it is masdar, and it gives emphasis and intensify the sentence. Maf'ul mahu is along with or accompanied by. We'll see the examples for these maf'ul soon, inshallah. And let's just recap, have a recap for the maf'uls that we learned. Maf'ul bihi, we know that it answers the question for who and what, and it is a regular ism in the sentence and a pronoun attached to the fi'l. And any pronoun that is attached to a fi'l is always maf'ul bihi, and it is always fi mahalli nasab, because we know that all the details in the sentence are always in the state of nasab. So let's see the example. وَهُوَ الَّذِي خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ بِالْحَقِّ. And it is he who created the skies and the earth in truth. So here we can see that as-samawati wal arda answers the questions for who and what. And we know that they are both in the state of nasab. We know that this is from the Muslimatun chart, and we know that the jar and the nasab state are the same, and they both contain the kasra in the end. So here, as-samawati wal arda are in the state of nasab, and they are maf'ul bihi, simply answering the questions for who and what. The next is or maf'ul fihi. We know that is the adverb, and it is also called as a verb. It is a noun which denotes the time or place of an action taking place, means it tells us for and it answers the question for when and where the action took place. It often appears as a mudaf and the mudaf of the time or in the place. So if a jumla failure has P in it, the jar or majur will be a maf'ul fihi. So let's see the example here. وَرَفَعْنَا فَوْقَكُمُ الطُّورَ, and we raised over you the mount. So we know that here over you is giving the answers for where we raise the mount. So here over you, فوقكم, here it is a special mudaf, and the attached pronoun kum is for antum, that is in the will be considered as this maf'ul fihi. The next one is al-maf'ul lahu or maf'ul li-ajlihi. So maf'ul lahu is the object which expresses the reason for doing an action. It tells us about the answers, and it gives answers for why the action took place, and we can translate it as for or because of or out of, and they are not the only translations that we see in the Musaf. And maf'ul lahu is typically a masdar. Remember it, it is typically a masdar. That means a verbal noun. Let's see the example here. وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَوْلَادَكُمْ خَشْيَةَ إِمْلَاقٍ نَحْنُ نَرْزُقُكُمْ وَإِيَّاكُمْ إِنَّ قَتَلْتُمْ كَانَ خِطْئًا كَبِيرًا. And do not kill your children for fear of poverty. So here we can see here the action that is taking place and why the action is taking place. It is because of the fear, or it is out of the fear of poverty. And This is the maf'ul lahu. We know that maf'ul lahu always answers the questions for why. And if that why the killing is taking place or why would it take place, it is because of the fear of the poverty. So this is the reason. So that is why khashyata is in the state of nasab and it is a maf'ul lahu or li-ajlihi. And typically it answers the questions for why. Next maf'ul is a maf'ul mutlaq. Maf'ul mutlaq is a masdar taking place in a sentence and it is used with the fi'l of the same type sharing the same root letters. Inshallah, we'll see the examples that how they share the same root letters. It is used to give emphasis or intensity to the fi'l when the maf'ul mutlaq is a single word. Remember that when a maf'ul mutlaq is a single word, it really gives emphasis to the fi'l itself. Number two is the thing that we should remember about maf'ul mutlaq that when it has a sifa, it describes the action. We know that a sifa always describes the action. So when a maf'ul mutlaq is a sifa, it describes the action itself. Number third point that we need to remember for maf'ul mutlaq is that it serves as an indicator for how frequently an action can be done or it occurs in a sentence. And it is when a maf'ul mutlaq is in the state of a number. When maf'ul mutlaq has a number. So it tells us or indicates the frequency of an action occurring in a sentence. Let's see the examples here. Wasafati saffan by those angels lined up in rows. So here, Safat and Safan both share the same root letter that is Safaf, and we can see here the Shadda that means on the far, that means it is the doubling of the letter far. So here was Safat, the Safan is here Safan is a maf'ul mutlaq because it is giving the emphasis or intensity to the word Safat. Let's see the next example. فَالزَّاجِرَاتِ زَجْرًا and those who drive strongly here. The clouds, it means the clouds. We can see it from the tafsir that it is referring to the clouds. So, Zajran here and Zajrati are also sharing the same root letter Zajr, and it is Zajran is giving the emphasis to the word Zajirati for Zajirati, and it is here the Maf'ul Mutlaq. The last example for today is the Inna Fatahna Laka Fathan Mubina. Here we can see that Fatahna is the word here and Fathan is a maf'ul mutlaq because they are sharing the same root letters and it is giving the emphasis or intensity to the verb Fatahna. Indeed, we have given you, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a clear victory or conquest. So here, this is maf'ul mutlaq, and it is a single word, and it is giving the emphasis or intensity to the fail, as we can see from this line. It is a single word. Alhamdulillah. So this is a maf'ul mutlaq, and the last maf'ul for today is a maf'ul ma'u. And maf'ul ma'u is a ism mansoob, and it comes after the waw, which comes with the meaning of ma, not and, in the sentence. And this waw can be called as waw ma'ya because it is giving the exact meaning of ma. The object that follows waw ma'ya will be in the state of nasab. We know that because it is maf'ul ma'u and maf'ul ma'u or any maf'ul will be in the state of nasab. Let's see the example, and it is a very good example of maf'ul ma'u. Let's see it. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا قمتم إلى الصلاة فاغسلوا وجوهكم وأيديكم إلى المرافق وامسحوا برؤوسكم وأرجلكم إلى الكعبين. Here we can see the word arjulakum. It is not attached with biru'usikum because we know that it is the harf of jar attached with ru'usikum. And the next word we know that with the harf at, the next word should follow the state of the the preceding word, and it is in the state of the jar. We know that, and it is not in the state of jar. We can see the fatha here, so that means it is not attached with ru'usikum. So it is attached with wujuhakum wa aydiyakum, which are both in the state of nasab. With this vowel maya, and arjulakum is also in the state of nasab arjulakum. So here O you who believed, when you rise to perform the prayer, wash your faces, wash your forearms, and also with the feet, you should wash your feet to the ankles. Arjurukum is in the state of nasab as we named. This is the maful ma'u, and it is attached with vowel maya with the words wujuhakum wa aydiyakum, because they both are in the state of nasab, that you should wash, or you should wash what? Your faces, your forearms, and your feet to the ankles, because we know that this is not attached with usikum, which is in state of jar, and anything attached with the wow at should be following the state, both should be following the state, and they are not matching with the state, and this is in the state of jar, and this is in the state of nasab. So we can see the Arab, the Arjulakum is mafulan mahu mansuban wa alamati nasbi fatha zahira. We can see the fatha zahira al akhira. والكاف خطاب ضمير متصل في محل جر إضافة here, and الجيم is for للجماعة. We know that it is for أنتم kum. So here, this is a very beautiful example of maf'ul mahu, and we know that this is attached with wujuhakum and aydiyakum. Alhamdulillah. So these are the five maf'il that we learned. Alhamdulillah, and they are, we can see that they are maf'ul bihi, maf'ul fihi, maf'ul lahu, or maf'ul li-ajlihi, maf'ul mutlaq, and maf'ul mahu. And inshallah, as we will do more examples in the future, we'll see how these maf'ul are given in the, or we'll see more examples in the Quran, inshallah, for these maf'il al-khamsa. I'll see you in the next session. Inshallah. Subhanak Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.